Welcome back up on the mountain today. When you're traveling in an RV, there's several different types of things you need. There's stuff water related, like your pressure regulator, your filter, a water hose, anything for nice clean water. Then there's also all your sewer pieces. You have the stinky slinky, you have the elbow that fits into the thing. You don't want that stuff to be anywhere in the camper or close to your fresh water stuff. You have all the electrical stuff that includes the connection cord, probably a second extension cord just in case you need that, and a few adapters to go from 50 amp to 30 amp. And we also carry a 20 amp to 30 amp connector. And none of that should be close to the water stuff or the sewer stuff. And then you have your leveling blocks, the blocks to put under the tongue of the trailer, and just general setup type things. So we're going to build some dedicated storage for the wet stuff, mainly the sewer connections and the fresh water in two separate bins. Our GeoPro 19FD came with this really cool bike rack up here on the front, but I don't think Mrs. P and I are going to travel with bicycles. So we're going to take all this stuff off and build us a nice little platform here. We can have some outside storage. When we had our Scamp travel trailer, we had 4 of these Craftsman 20-quart containers. They have nice locking handles on the top. And this one's full of, well, looks like cleaning supplies. I think I'll make the platform to fit these containers since I really like the way that they work. I think the idea would be to build a shelf up about this high, make it wide enough for 2 of these bins to sit side by side, and bring it forward just enough so it doesn't hit the gel coat on the camper. That sounds like a plan. So let's get this bike rack off of here. Yeah, come on, bike rack. And let's see what we can build. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, that's a really nice bike rack. You don't really want to be cutting that up just to make bin storage. But I also don't just want that bike rack sitting around the garage. It'll always be in the way. So we're going to cut it up. Now it looks like the arms just have these little spring pins. So those should come out pretty easy. Get out of there. Come on. All right. Got another one over here. All right, so we laid out 2 boxes side by side on the floor. I put some tape down so we can get some accurate measurements on how big the grid needs to be to hold these things. And in addition to the disassembled bike rack, I also have these estate gate things. It has some nice, fairly small, light tubing. I don't think we want to add any more weight up there than we need to, so let's keep it light. All right, to minimize the amount of heavy steel that we use, we're going to take this one heavy piece and put it right down the middle between these boxes. And we'll end up welding on a little stub here that will fit down inside this mounting hole. That sounds like a plan. I think first thing we're going to do is take our angle grinder, cut this thing off. Perfect. I think we're going to take this piece that's kind of janky looking and cut it off right here across the top. And then we can weld those 2 pieces together. All right, so we have our cutoff piece put down inside this front socket. This is our bar that's going to go across the top here. Now we just have to figure out how far this thing needs to go in or out so that the boxes don't hit the camper over here. And the only way I know to do that is to take one of these boxes. We'll just throw it up here on top. And we'll push it back and leave us about, I don't know, an inch or so of room. I would rather err on the side forward than too far back. And then we'll just center our metal rod on the box and we'll know where we need to weld it. All right, based on some quick back of the napkin type measurements, I think we need to put it right between these 2 holes and weld it right there. We got to make sure the pin is going in line with this bar. Yeah, that looks pretty good. We need to clean this up with a grinder just so it welds nice. Let's get all that set up. Now the wall thickness on this steel is pretty thick. So we're going to crank up the amps a little bit and push a little bit faster wire speed. Just want to get that thing attached really well. Perfect. All right, so all we did is tack weld this thing real quick. We're going to let it cool down, try it in the trailer, make sure we can get the bolt lined up before we weld it all the way around. All right, we didn't let it cool down, but we're just gonna stick this thing in there. And as you can see, it's sitting a little bit high. That's because I tack welded it down here. So we're gonna have to grind those welds down cleaner, and we'll just full weld it across here. Now I'm not perfectly happy with the alignment. Looks like we're kicking off that way just a little bit, but not too bad. We may tack it right here and then hit it that way just a little bit. All right, I was able to hit that with a hammer on the vise, and I think we got this thing straightened out. So let's go ahead and run a bead here and one over on this side. Then we can grind off those welds that were interfering with the bolt alignment and see if it's good. All right, we still got to brush that, but that looks like a pretty good weld. Perfect. Now we're going to flip it over and grind off those tack welds we put on there before, because they're all kinds of in the way. All right, let's see if this thing fits in the hole. So it goes most of the way down, but you can see the hole is still offset to the high side. We're gonna have to do a little bit more grinding. All right, a little more grinding and sanding. And it looks like it fits in just fine. Perfect. Now that we have a bar going straight back that's super strong, we got to figure out how to build the platform next to it. I think I need to think about that for a few minutes. All right, so these pre-welded estate fences are almost the right width. In fact, they're pretty good for what we need to support the box. So we may just take one of these and weld it straight on that piece we had and call it good enough. All right, so we have this thing fairly well centered. We sanded a little bit through the paint here so we can tack weld it, and we'll tack weld it back here also. And then we'll try it up there again before we final weld the thing. Let's go try it on this trailer. Now it's only tacked together, so we got to be a little bit careful here. With any kind of luck, that will go all the way down. Perfect. Oh yeah, that's looking kind of rack-like. Obviously, we have a little bit more work to do. All right, we set one box up here to see what it's going to look like. Looks like the box should slide back a little bit more. Maybe something like that. We are going to have to put a bar across the back and a bar across the front. We don't want our bins sliding around. But I think that overall that's a good start. We will have to cut these off and do something. We're not sure yet. But we are pretty sure we can final weld this middle section because that's not going to go anywhere. And as soon as we get all that welded together, we can move on to something else. That worked out pretty well. Probably going to need to wire brush these welds a little bit. And yeah, we got to figure out what to do on the ends now. All right, a little bit more welding, a little bit more grinding. We got the back bar on. All right, so the back bar is raised up a little bit. It goes across the top here and connected over there. We put our plastic bin on there. It's up against the bar. And we have about 1 inch of clearance to the camper shell. That's pretty good. Look at this side. So you can see the clearance right there in the front. Yeah, that'll be fine. Now I kind of wish we would have cut this and made it narrower because it is going to stick out a little bit past these bends. I think that might be okay. That'll give us a good spot to hook bungee cords or whatever. We could also move the boxes to the outside and give us a little bit more space here in the middle. Not sure, but let's get that front bar on to get everything locked in. All right, here's my almost completed rack on the front of the GeoPro 19FD. We have a super strong core down the middle. It uses the original bike rack bolt to attach it here on the stand above the jack. We have raised bars in front and behind the bins. We have about 1 inch of clearance between the camper and the bins, and plenty of room to bungee cord the things on. Now I still need to take it back off, get it all painted up. Mrs. P doesn't want it all janky looking. And then we'll be ready to put all of our water supplies on one side, our sewer supplies on the other side, and we can go camping. But you guys don't have to sit around and watch me paint this metal. Get outside, do something fun, come back and tell me about it.